Hey guys, Ice Hockey Aussies here, back for another trade discussion. Today, the Colorado Avalanche have acquired Lars Eller from the Washington Capitals for a 2025 second round pick. Now, Washington also retained 31% of Eller's salary, which works out to be about 1.08 mil. Um, Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, Colorado's sort of needed that center that can take face-offs and help them out in that area. Uh, and essentially, probably not their first target, but as targets have sort of dried up over the last couple of days, um, he's definitely by no means a scrub. So yeah, ultimately I think it's a pretty good acquisition by them. He's got a lot of playoff experience and also brings that Stanley Cup winning essence about him. Not that Colorado need it after winning last year's, but it's always handy bringing in an experienced playoff vet, and Lars Eller is that. Jaden, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a good pickup. I think he fits on like the third line. He's like a third line center for them. They do need like a 2C, and this is kind of fulfilling that because of their injuries. With Landeskog out for most rest of the season and whatnot, so they needed to fill these positions, and this is pretty good one to fill it in. That's probably like your third liner that can do the face-offs. He can score a little bit. He's not really high scorer. He's never shot over 20 goals in a season, but if it feels the sort of need that the Avalanche had, and if they do go out and get another type of center, a bigger player center, or if this is just what they go with, we'll have to wait and see. But this is a good pickup for them because they much needed the center depth with their injuries.
Yeah, and that's sort of what I was alluding to before about, probably not their first trade target, but he's by no means a poor get because even if they do manage to get a second line center, a true second line center in, um, Lars Eller is still a fantastic third to even fourth line. Um, Guy to have, and his face-off abilities pretty pretty it's well above average, which is kind of what they need. So um, although I reckon Colorado fans probably would have preferred to get a true second line center in, um, I definitely think this helps strengthen their position in the center areas, because that is one of the areas they're obviously struggling with this season. Um, yeah, so does it fulfill everything they need? Probably not quite, but it's still a very good, probably bottom six pickup for them.
Yeah, no, I think it's a win-win for both teams. Washington gets some picks. It's a late pick in the regards to the years. It's 2 years away, which is a little worrying. But here's a UFA, expiring contract. They get as much as they can get for him. They free up some cap space, and Avalanche get the center, one of the centers they need. So I think it's a win-win trade. It's no big blockbuster, but it's something that you need to do to overhaul for the playoffs and the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, exactly. I guess, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, I mean, how much do they really need ultimately? Um, I know losing Burakovsky has probably hurt them a little bit and weakened them slightly, but I don't think they're overly too different than what they were last season. So yeah, I think Lars Eller definitely strengthens their bottom six position, gives them that extra center that can excel on faceoffs and that they can probably trust in a defensive zone faceoff as well, because we've seen some of McKinnon's numbers over his years, and it's not exactly the best. I mean, he's not the worst either, but they definitely need probably that face-off player, and I think Lars Eller could definitely be that.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's all for that one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Who you think won this trade, and I guess we'll see you guys for another trade video sometime soon.
Okay, guys.